happening.
Yeah, we're like Diddy. It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
What
Oh
the
Okay.
wait,
hell is the start
no.
of this? We did not just start on.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to an off-season episode of Walking 90. Much like Diddy and the Bad Boys, my camera's not on, so you can't find out what I'm doing. It's me, your host,
You're
always,
not starting a
Elliot.
podcast.
Twice. Because he said it the first time, and the live button was on the corner. So I'm gonna edit. I gotta edit that out. I guess I'll have to find a way.
Why? That is great content.
Starting with Diddy.
Look, you're acting like Casey right now. Okay, you're acting like Cassie. All right.
Can I take him off of his own stream?
I'm just saying.
I'm signing in the host.
Look, I will treat you like how Diddy treats every other woman in his life, with disdain and forgiveness.
No.
I'm gonna blow up my car next.
I miss y'all. I miss y'all. It's not like we don't talk every day.
Oh, right.
All right, I keep messing with the intro of the show. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Walking 90. It's so great to have you guys back joining the show. As you can tell, we always got antics. We always laughing at what's going on around the league. But we are doing an off-season podcast. Why? Because League One decided to take over one day of the year, pretty much like Christmas. I'm surprised they don't do this for the championship, which is weird.
Probably a little harder with the championship because there's probably more moving pieces.
Maybe.
I am surprised. I figured if they were going to do it for the championship, it would be like later, like right after the holidays.
Yeah, maybe so. Ev, how does it feel to be USL League One landlord? Because you're technically not in the building. You're like further down the street in the suburbs now. You know, you got adopted by the white family, and they were like, "Oh, that's a good black child. Let's take her."
Even in the off season, you stay ready. I appreciate you. Oh, good. You know, we haven't seen a lot of moving pieces yet. A couple guys said bye, but you know, we'll see what comes of it. We haven't had any like news yet, like League One. But I'm hoping to have some movement coming soon with like schedules and home openers and stuff like League One has right now. Because there's some interesting home openers that I'm really excited to go check out.
Well, to say Bradford got promoted.
Yes, he took a team to championship and now he's getting more jobs. If that's not the definition of a corporate job, I don't understand.
I saw that tweet. I was like, "Oh, he got promoted." I was like, "What do you mean promoted? He's already. What do you mean promoted?"
Yeah, that was a weird thing.
Technical director is what he is now. He was a part of like academy still, but they like gave that job to someone else, and now he does like just NCFC basically.
Okay.
I don't say.
If I had read the press release, I'm sure that would have.
It would have like it didn't make sense to say you promoted a head coach to head coach, but
yeah,
I didn't write that release.
They just wanted to say promoted.
Yeah.
They just wanted to brag about promotion one more time.
Yeah.
Let's do this proper. All right, y'all. So the way how we're gonna do this League One tracker is that we're gonna use our good friend Alex. You don't know who Alex is? You should be following him on Twitter. I'm not calling it X because that sounds like a porn site. Alex on League One Updater. He has this wonderful league tracker. He does a better job of it than the own league that we cover, which is a shame. But shout out to Alex. This is his special project. He does a great job. So we're going to use the League One tracker to talk about some of the offseason moves that's happened. How do we feel about the team? And going forward, stuff like that. Because some teams we're really, really concerned and nervous about. But first team starting off with, let's start off with Charlotte Independent.
Time. Are we not talking about the home openers first?
Oh, I thought you want to say that. You want to say that to the end or start now?
It's a Henny Derby home opener. It's got to start.
Okay, let's start now, Kyle. God.
Come to Madison. This is for a message for everyone. Come to Madison, April 13th. Henny Derby, Madison home opener. If you're not there, fuck you.
Well,
don't you fit the aggressive black man stereotype well today?
So that's one of the home openers. That is one of several home openers that are happening in League One. I guess we'll start from as he kind of jumped in there with that one. Greenville opens up against Spokane, newcomers to the league. Lexington opens up against NoCo, and Tormenta opens up against Central Valley Fuego. That's all on March 9th. March 16th, we have Central Valley opening up against Omaha, Charlotte opening up against Knoxville, and newcomers to the league Spokane opening up against Richmond on the 16th. And then on the 23rd, we have Knoxville opening up against Lexington, and the Kickers opening up against Tormenta. March 30th, we started the league very early, by the way. It's still snowing in some of these places, but March 30th, Chattanooga opens up against Omaha. We'll come back to the forward game because there's a lot happening with that one. April 20th, Omaha opens up against Charlotte. And May 25th, yes, May, NoCo opens up against Charlotte.
Yeah, that's epic normal.
So besides the Henny Derby, which one are you most excited about for opening day?
True.
Opening day, I should say.
I'm intrigued about Omaha Charlotte just because I'm sure Omaha is going to want to.
That doesn't count. That does not count. No, that is like damn near almost a third into the season. We are almost at summertime, but at this time they decided to have.
All I'm saying, you asked. The question was which home opener, and that is the one for me. Other than the Henny Derby, because
I'm not counting.
It is still the home opener, and Omaha has that circled on the calendar. As soon as they saw that,
it's their home opener. Like I can't help that they're 2 months into the season.
The last time Omaha played at home, they lost to Charlotte. Now you get another chance as your first, and the first home game back in Omaha is that game, revenge season, or at least revenge day.
Yes. I'm excited for the newcomers versus the old heads. So Spokane versus Richmond. I'm calling y'all old heads because y'all kept Terzaghi.
That's right. I mean, we're also old as a club.
Yeah, y'all are old. That's what I'm saying.
This ain't nothing new. We use ARP as a TIFO. We are fine with it. All right. But no, actually, I kind of like Greenville versus Spokane. I think that's a good. Oh, you know what? No, I take that back. Lexington NoCo. That's a good home opener. That game is going to tell us a lot about both teams early on.
That's game one. What could you tell? What could it tell us about both teams?
I want to see. Don't quote me on this yet, but I'm a little drunk. But I feel like Lexington might be the NoCo of this year, of last year.
Wow,
it might be.
I just want you to know that Iman is listening to this part over and over.
I know.
Again.
I'm not.
I already know they clipping it.
I'm not.
It's his ringtone.
Here's the thing. Maybe. Just because.
I gotta see the rest of their.
And we'll talk about more in League One Day One.
But Lexington's the team that excites me so far. Yeah. With the sign,
I don't fully agree, but we'll talk about that more later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Which one do you have, Ebony, besides the Henny Derby?
Oh no, I said Spokane versus Richmond. That's gonna be my.
Oh yeah, that's right. Old head. Yeah.
Yeah. Old versus new.
It's the Washington Derby. Goddamn team from Washington.
Don't give the league more terrible ideas with that Washington
You already know
Derby.
what's coming. It's going to be the They're gonna call this the Coastal Derby. I
Stop
guarantee
it.
you.
Stop
Oh
it.
no.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you they are calling this the Coastal Derby.
It's
It's
just
happening.
Look, it can't be worse than the other names they've given.
I mean,
Like we got the Trojan, we had the Trojan Derby, we have Dogwood, we had what Tormenta Riva. What did they try calling that one?
The Peach State Derby?
Yeah, which
It's
doesn't
not
make
bad.
sense at all.
no, stop it. Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but the real home opener that everyone is ready for is April 13th, Madison versus Richmond. It is an early season Henny Derby. How are we feeling about it? What are we thinking? Where are we going?
I don't know how to feel about it yet. Still far away, but no, it's exciting. I mean, this is the one they owe us from the
2020.
pandemic. So they just like, all right, put it here. 4 years later, we'll do it now.
This better be on big CBS.
It's not. They ain't lying that amount of niggertree on CBS.
They need to put that one at least on CBS Sports Network. Like it needs to get like good quality coverage.
We ain't that
You said You said CBS Sports Network, and then said quality video.
You know
Stop it.
We're not.
Look,
we're
it's not like ESPN.
that mix,
Is it really
y'all.
that much better on ESPN Plus?
No, they're gonna put our asses on Pluto on the Golazo Network with the commercials every 30 minutes. This is kind of production we about.
Hey,
to
look,
get.
if they put us on Glotzo, then at least those that have cable and that sports package, they'll have that channel. So that's
You don't need that. If you got Pluto, you can get Golazo for free.
I did not know that. I don't have
Yes.
Pluto.
That I did not know. So
Yes.
I
the
don't have
more you
cable.
learn, look at you being a teacher.
I'm excited just for like obviously like the pregame and postgame that'll happen. I feel like the match itself, it's gonna be like a close game, regardless of how either team's form is and how either team talent level. It always is a close match.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a tight affair. And like Fort Madison or Richmond can come in on a terrible streak and maybe not have won a game by that, and it won't matter when it gets to this match.
All right,
Like,
we're not previewing the Derby, y'all. We gotta save that. We gotta save some content for the new year.
I just
Damn.
answered the question. Like it's a very simple one. I'm excited for
it's not
the
simple.
pregame. I'm excited for the pregame, and the match is going to be close like it always is.
The pregame is the true event. No one cares about the game.
Yeah, this is like an HBCU football game. Where
If you remember the game, that is.
Yeah.
This is-
We are
I
the
just know that
bound.
everybody's
We
pulling
are
up.
the band in the every show in between.
Yes.
You know what, Karen?
We're
We'll come
just-
out there. Have fun.
We're just here to meet friends and drink way too much Henny. That'll be my one Henny excursion of the year. So I'm not gonna keep drinking Henny to like. No.
Hey, Kyle, I know what you're gonna say, and it's going to be top level racism towards me, which I'm fine with.
What?
What did you think about marinating like sausages, chicken wings, and Henny? What do you think about that?
What?
I'm just saying.
No, first of all, the way you started that sentence.
I'm getting
That's what I
flashbacks.
said.
I'm getting flashbacks of a shit show. Okay.
Because look, I can make a Henny barbecue sauce. I'm just saying.
I don't need the flashbacks of that shit show. Thanks. Okay.
Just saying.
We don't need to bring that fiasco back up. Damn it.
All
I
right.
have no.
I
I'm
would
not-
be
I'm gonna
down.
save
Just
those questions
to
for the
say,
new year.
I would eat it.
Okay. See,
I'm gonna
that's all
save
I
those questions for the new year because you know what? We just not gonna get into it.
Thanks, because we still got a whole lot of other shit.
Yeah. Sorry for derailing us for the last 5 minutes there, folks. All right, let's hop into this League One tracker. Talk about these teams. We're gonna start off with Charlotte. So Mike Jeffries, he's the head coach. He's been there since 2015. They brought back Luis Alvarez, Ryan, last name. We ain't even gonna try this. NDA?
Yeah.
It's the off season. We just gonna figure it out. They only announced 4 back so far. As I'm looking through the list, for me personally, the one person that sticks out that's not back yet, or we haven't heard anything back yet about Omar Sis, Playdemic, Miguel Ibarra. What about y'all? And Trevor Mbuyu. What about
Awesome.
Mainly Mbuyu.
Yeah.
Mainly him. Ibarra will come back 2 days before the season. Like, if he can't get in with Charlotte FC, he's gonna show up and be like, "Yeah, my jersey's still hanging up." Call it.
My knees work, y'all.
I wonder with like Dimmick's injury, it's just more like making sure he's going to be healthy to like go is my only thing. But yeah, other than Mbuyu, Corey Bennett, I feel like Oberton and Austin Pack are the two for me because it's like
if Pack is not in championship next year, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
it's rigged.
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah. If he's not in championship or at least at like a 2 team for like an MLS squad, they didn't watch soccer. They watched a different soccer than us. So
yeah. I couldn't see him going to a 2 because he's kind of old, isn't he? He's like 29, 30. I feel like he's kind of old.
Yeah, but they don't have anywhere else to put him because a lot of these MLS squads have like these MLS Next Pro Elemental P teams. Yeah. So you can't really put him on like a League One team until so.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Maybe the championship I could definitely see just because of he's American, so that would help. I'm trying to see what the hell.
It's also weird that Charlotte signed and announced another goalkeeper before they announced Pack. You know what I'm saying? Just given the
probably as a backup just in case. Oh, Pack's 29. Okay, so that's not as old as I thought.
That's not bad. Yeah,
but for the championship,
for a goalie, that's pretty good.
27, 28. He'd be fine there. It's not like he's
on that's what I'll say. That's what I was gonna say. If he was like 32, I could see like, okay, maybe MLS definitely would, and maybe championship like a Hartford if they just need to improve.
Yeah.
You want to know how bad Greenville was? They didn't even include them in the transaction tracker for League One Day One on the League One site.
Greenville is too cool to do League One Day One. They think they're better than everyone. They are pointing their nose up, acting like
they're very Union Omaha-ish. Very Union Omaha-ish.
You're gonna have to expand on that because I
don't know what that means.
Oh, Union Omaha. Well, I'm just saying, like how Union Omaha during the season is very brash and like, we don't pay attention to the league. Greenville's do that during the off season.
Oh,
okay. Now I follow.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, how would you guys rate their off season so far? This is just right now. Like, Iman, I do not need you tweeting us in July about they gave us an F.
I mean,
can I give them an incomplete?
Right, like you signed some players, like what like
you signed dudes that either were mainly bench options or one was from League Two, so I'm giving it an incomplete just because I feel like not even knowing like what happened with the other players because they didn't even say like, oh, these options were declined. Like they didn't even make that announcement.
Yeah, I mean Richmond didn't either, which I also found kind of weird.
Richmond at least announced players.
True.
Sure.
So I'm giving them an incomplete /F, I guess, if I have to give a grade.
Yeah.
Right now.
And they really didn't lose anyone I know. I mean, they lost 3 goalkeepers, 1 retired, and a loan expired, but that's about it. Moving on, Kyle, to your team, Forward Madison, Black Glazer, signed an extension over the offseason. Do we know how long that extension is? Is it just 1 year?
Multi-year, so probably 2 year.
All right.
I think they said end of 2025, right?
So yeah, 2 years.
So 2 years. All right. So these are the players that are retiring: Nazim Bartman, Christian Chaney, Jacob Krul, Derek Gabbard, Tim Mill, Aiden Macias, Mitch Osmond, and Bernard Shipman. Noticeable players that are missing. There's a few here, like Francis John Baptiste, Stephen Payne, Ozzy Rama, Aminu. Kyle, I know you're excited to talk about your favorite team in pink. How would you rate this window for you? How's it been?
Honestly, 9 out of 10 or A minus. Like everyone that they brought back were key contributors last year. You bring back Tristan Chaney, scored 10 goals in the league. That's great. You bring in Derek Gephardt, scored 6 goals. You got your back line almost complete.
Yep.
It just needs Isidro Martinez and Stephen Payne, and it would be damn near perfect. Like it's as good of a returning core as you can ask for out of this team. So I'm very excited. Like I said, if they can find a way to bring Stephen Payne back and Isidro Martinez, fantastic. Probably need someone to replace Jaden Onen. I don't know if Andrew Wheeler Omenio is coming back, if he's not getting another midfielder in that aspect. But if you can bring back almost your primary starting lineup, that's pretty damn good. Like you brought back 8 out of the 11.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree. That's a really good day one type of signing here. Like to not lose Chaney is huge for your team. I mean, you don't know obviously about Payne, but that's good. Like I like the moves that you guys made for this one, especially because you kept like 3 solid defenders. So I'm gonna give it an A.
Yeah. All right. There we go. So the players that so far are coming back from Madison, Demetrius Kinga, Wolfgang Princess. I kind of remember
he
him.
left midway through the season. I never want to have a loan with Oakland Roots again because they always recall them back after like 4 games, and it pisses me off.
And Jason Ramos. Yeah. All right. Moving on, we go to Fuego, who's probably made the biggest offseason splash of the season, or probably in league history thus far, with signing of Jermaine Jones. He became head coach November 6th, 2023. That is the day that I met my idol, and I low-key died on camera.
I will put that video out there for everybody, just letting everybody know.
Yeah, it's a proud moment. I felt like I met my dad for the first time. Like that was the moment. God, it was like, that's your dad, son.
Go forth. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
Why did I feed into it? Why did I feed into
Just allow it. Allow it. Just yeah.
I fed into it, and that's on me. That's on me. Okay.
And
I know I can bait Ev, and it's so funny because she will fall for it. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so they have re-signed David Diaz, Quindris Law, Omar Loomis, Jose Garcia. They re-signed them. Actually, Quindris Law got a multi-year deal to 2025. These are some of the players that are missing. Bevjev, Cerritos, let's see, Victor Falk, Mitch North, Ant-Man. And then their outbound transactions. A lot of stuff during August and July, so really nothing we need to pay too much attention to. Outside of their attacker, Maximus Elk. I think he scored a goal in his debut. But yeah, Fuego, how would you rate this window so far, y'all?
D.
They didn't really, I was gonna say it feels like Charlotte, but like maybe one player better. So,
well, the problem is also you were a team that finished last place. So, is it really a bad thing to not bring back most of the players that contributed to you being last place?
Yeah, I mean, for that effort alone, I give it a A, because they're giving Jermaine a clean slate and be like, hey, you pick who you want. We're not gonna. If you feel like they're a good quality player, sign them on up. If not, then you got space and room. So,
yeah.
Come on. I do wonder, are they really practicing at like elementary school?
So I think this was from like he was doing like some like weird tour of like high schools and stuff. I think I can't like it was like randomly on social. Like he was just in like fields, like watching kids play soccer, which sounds weird.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
little bit too weird for me. Yeah,
But
a little out there.
there was no better way to phrase that.
Very Law and Order-ish.
And for that, next team.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing we got is Greenville Triumph, the team that decided that League One Day One meant, we'll do it tomorrow. They have a new head coach with John Hart's stepping down this past offseason, and Rich Wright, who was a long-term assistant, takes over there for Greenville. They returned Leo Castro, Leon McKinnon, Tyler Pollock, Gunther Reckenberg, Nate Schultz, Jamie Smith, and Daniel Wu. Players that we don't know their status yet: Evan Lee, Aaron Walker, Brandon Fricky. All three of those players have a contract expired, but they are in negotiations per the club. So we'll see whether or not he gets signed. Also, Jacob Lopovitz, also a free agent right now. So keep an eye on for that one. Outbound players, a lot of players let go. But the most key one, Devin Boyce, Lucas Coutinho, and Noah Fricky. So
and Alan Gavilanes.
And Tevin Shaw. I'll put that one out there.
And Noah Pilato. And Mazzola moved up to Sacramento.
Yeah. Oh, matter of fact, yeah, that's a good one. Did move up to Sacramento, so shout out to him. Guys, what are we thinking? What are we thinking about Greenville? The mighty Greenville.
So
Not the
at first, when Greenville announced it, they just said contract expired. They did not put the note of in negotiation per club. So it just made it seem like, oh yeah, they're leaving. Like Fricky and Evan Lee and Aaron Walker. So then I was like, oh shit, Greenville's cleaning house. Like someone better call, like teams better have called Brandon Fricky like right now.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a C-. It's not a bad group. Like,
I mean,
McKinnon and Castro are good forwards to bring back. Pollock is your captain. Like having him with the defense is good. Like
it's a good
Schultz,
squad,
Wu, and
but
Smith is fine.
I mean,
I'll give it a C-.
That is on par with where they finished the season. So I guess, sure.
If they can get two of Evan Lee, Aaron Walker, Brandon Fricky back, I would give it a higher grade. But at least since they're in negotiation, that did save them for moving it to a D. That's just a lot of good players that are now free agents,
Yeah.
which is shocking.
I'm trying to think about this as a Greenville fan. Like, I would give it like a D plus C- right now. Like, there's a few signings that make you excited, but I'm more concerned at who's unsigned and who's is not in contact with the club right now more than anything else. Because we've never seen Greenville outside of maybe 2 games. There's nothing else than a John Hawks team, and it's going to be interesting to see how they play this year. What the?
I feel like because they brought his assistant, I doubt it's going to be like a complete overhaul in style of play. Since they did keep someone in-house.
Yeah.
If they get younger, no. If they try doing this again with like old ass squad, yeah, probably would not be a good idea. But
yeah. Well, that's a conversation for another pod.
We'll see what the roster shapes up as they decide, oh, we'll just be late to the party every day.
Probably.
I'll keep my hot take about Greenville until I say
they're not going to make the playoffs.
That's not fair because that's very like if they play like they did, that's not a fair hot take because that's everybody's hot take. I've got other things. Don't worry. Yeah. I got you. I'm still here. Yogi keeps trying to get rid of me, but I'm still here.
I'm not. You left us.
Like, this is how the negotiating transfers.
Like, you put your name in the portal and was like, hey guys, I feel slighted. Like, no. You decided to do this.
Like, you are Dion, we are the offensive line, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just here. I showed up. I went to
Okay,
practice.
Shador.
I went to practice. Who's the next team? Damn it!
All right. So next up, we got our personal troll, Noko Hellstorm FC. I love Iman, man. Even in the player in videos, it's like he has a grudge against somebody, and it is hilarious. It is hilarious.
It's just the Michael Jordan meme of I took it personally with
Yeah.
any small slight.
I love the person live when they announced Delgado. He was like, "Yeah, if you didn't vote him for goalkeeper of the year, you need to get your eyes checked." Okay.
He was a finalist. It's not like he was left out of the finalist option. Like, he did get.
Doesn't matter.
Like, all right, dude. But, these are the players that have resigned back. McCain Clark, Leo Delgado, Breck Evans, Ivan Para, and Bruno Rendon. Para, Evans, and Clark on multi-years. So they were already back with the club, but Delgado and Rendon, probably two key parts, are back with the team. Unsigned players, you got Rob Conwell.
Everyone.
Rob Conwell. Jackson Dietrich, Marco Hernandez. I hope he does not come back to League One ever again. That's I hate Rick. I hate Marky. I just do. Arthur Rogers.
He can go. He can go. All right.
But probably they probably had the best outbound window with Trevor Ahmed. It's sad to see they didn't get any kind of transfer fee for that one. But he left to go to Sacramento Republic as soon as Sacramento got eliminated. I think the next day they announced him. I was like, yeah, he's coming. Leo Fola, Stefan Lukic, and Valentin Sabia. Guys, Noko, how are we feeling about their window so far?
I'm kind of afraid to say anything other than A.
I was gonna say, can I say
Really?
TBD so I don't get roasted? I'm like, God, okay, I'll give him a B minus. I'll give him a B minus.
I go C plus B minus. It depends.
Delgado and Rendon are two. Like, if you can bring players back, that's obviously you wish you could bring back them on. Not gonna happen though. You can still bring back if Arthur Rogers comes back, it goes up to an A plus, regardless from here on out. But Delgado and Rendon are two good players to have come back on your squad.
Yeah, any team would be happy to have those two come back. Yeah, I think if you could get Rogers to come back, Cornwall, maybe Norty, maybe Billy King, like
Maybe, yeah, or
it
like
jumps it
Noah
up to
Potter.
A. But right now, I give it a B minus C plus. They did better than they did last year, so that's improvement. Now we just got to work on these home openers that don't start till June.
Yeah, like get the stadium done for fuck's sake, and make sure that left side is level. Because I swear to God, there's another dip on the foul line, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I still haven't been. I really want to go to NoCo. I don't want to freeze in NoCo. So
It wasn't even that cold, and I went in like October, like November, late October, early November.
Nah.
Yeah. All right.
You're in the
We'll see.
mountains. It's going to get cold at night. It's mountains.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I believe it. All right.
Lexington.
Next up, we got Lexington. They have a new head coach, Darren Powell, who's over from Inter Miami 2. He signed with the club November 10th. So these are the players they have. And all right, so I'm low key going to crush on Lexington right now because I think they might have had the best League One day one.
Yeah.
Austin Kazi, Kalen Fox, Emil Knight, Tate Robertson, Balogun, and I think probably the biggest signing is Doif. Doif.
Diouf.
Doif?
Doof.
Diouf.
Oh, I can't
Yes.
say it. Man, it sounds
Got to put some
weird.
French on it.
Douche.
Got to all right.
He resigns back for the club. Yeah. Players that we don't know about right now, where they're at, Nico Brown, Kimball Jackson, out about players. And honestly, for Lexington, they let pretty much everyone go. So everyone's a free agent. Sion Kim, Charlie Mitchell, Tariq Muhammad, Cesar Murillo, Don Smart. Yeah, they let them go.
Yeah, that's dumb. I mean, they did a really good job of signing some players, but that's dumb. How you let fucking Smart go?
I'm not mad at letting Smart go. Like Smart is going to go to Spokane and help that club. We already know Smart's role in this league.
He's the rebuild guy. Okay.
Yeah,
You need a guy to help you from on day one. That's your guy.
you know who Don Smart is? Don Smart is the Bruce Bowen of USL League One. He doesn't give you much of the starting lineup. He's a great locker room guy. He can shoot a three when need be. Play lockdown defense.
But he still got legs in him, though.
He gonna play center back. He honestly, I guarantee you, Don Smart will play at least one game in USL League One this year, and he will be the oldest outfielder in the league.
Oh yeah, because it's not like a skill issue. Like he's definitely still got the skill to be in League One.
Yeah.
I could see him. I could see a Spokane and have him be like a wing back. Still help out in the attack. Still smart. It has enough craft and like intelligence to read the game.
That's a lot of up and down, though. Like,
or he could just play up top and
play
just try and run in behind defenders.
No,
he's going to play center back. He's been his guy progressively more defensive as his career went. When he was with y'all, he was an attacking mid. Greenville, he became a center mid. And Lexington, he became a CDM. He's about to play center back for Spokane. It's going to happen. But yeah, back to my argument of Lexington. I think Lexington probably signed. They got a good attack. Like Balligan is crazy good. Doif is a league attacker and someone that probably will be in the Golden Boot race next year. I think Emil Knight is probably a top end goalkeeper in this league. And yeah, I think like that's just like if you're a Lexington fan, like I don't see how you can not walk away from this window not smiling ear to ear because you probably had the best League One day one out of everyone.
I would say Lexington had the second best League One day one.
Are you saying that Ford had the best?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Of course.
But Lexington had a good. It's weird that they didn't bring back Charlie Mitchell and Don Smart. Like that's weird to not bring them back.
I don't see it's that weird not to bring back Don Smart. I don't see that as not weird.
I can at least, like I said, for a locker room guy, someone that can just like be a good veteran to have around. And then with Charlie Mitchell, that was your captain for most of the season as well.
Now, yeah, that one I don't get. That one is kind of weird. But the Don Smart one I can get. It's probably age. In the contract he was on, get out of it.
Right.
And if you can get him for less, okay, cool. If not, then hey, we'll go our separate ways.
Yeah, like everyone else that they said weren't coming back, I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah,
like
I can get that.
A lot of them are young guys. You gambled with them to see probably lower budget.
Yeah,
I guess.
I don't mind it. What about you, Ab? What you think about it?
I mean, it's a good like. Obviously, the tracker I'm looking at is not up to date, but based on the names that you said, like it's a good window. I just personally, even though he may not play as much, Don Smart was going to be the guy to like keep that locker room together. To me, so hopefully you have someone that can do that. But otherwise, really good transfer window. Transfer window.
Yeah.
Good day one, I should say.
Yeah, I give him an A- as well. Like, it's good. Like, it could be as good. Like you said, if you're Lexington, you have to be thrilled with what is coming back.
Yeah. All right. Next technically is NCFC, but since they want to go to the championship, we're not going to cover them.
Hey.
We also don't know what the hell they're doing.
Honestly, yeah, I don't either.
Like, when Tone went to Columbus Crew too, Gustavo announced he was leaving, and Max Flick retired. That's all we know.
That's all I got.
That's it. That's fun.
I mean, but I still got my guys. They still like honestly, no one else has made moves. I think a lot of my players were signed for like 2-year contracts or some shit like that. So now they get a year in championship, make more money, go do whole shit. I don't know, whatever.
They're still celebrating their title. They're still
like Raheem went back home. That was the greatest video ever, and literally his entire family of like 40 met him at the airport. And all had on like different NCFC Railhawk kits and chanting MVP at him and all that stuff. So I was like, yeah, go live it up. Go celebrate. Come back ready.
The most Caribbean West Indian shit I've ever seen, and I loved it.
It was great. I was like, I didn't know we had that jersey. I was like, damn.
All right. So next thing we got on the list is One Knox. Mark Cleaver is still their head coach. They had another good League One day one. Brought back a lot of the core unit from last year's team. Gio Calextro, Castro's back cut. Jalen Fernandez, Ilicic, Johnson, Kelly Roselle, O'Hearn, Ross, Skeleton, Thomas, and Yinsen Van Der Plume. How can I say his name and at the black guys?
That's only a question you can answer.
God. A couple of key guys. Well, I wouldn't say key guys, but a couple of guys we don't know about yet. Mr. Cardio Club himself, Jake Keegan. We don't know his status. Jimmy Bleos. And that's about it. I don't think too many guys to a trigger.
No, there's one glaring question mark. Sean Lewis.
Oh, I was like, who? Because
I was really struggling to think about like who.
I was like, we already talked about
the guy
Keegan.
that kept them in for most of the season, Sean Lewis.
You had me there. I was like, who is this man?
I'm kind of shocked with some of these people that they bought back, but
yeah, if I thought any team was going to have like a big turnover, it might have been One Knox, but I guess not.
It's very meh.
Yeah, like it was already a meh team, and then it felt like a lot of the players that you bought back were already not like in favor because you sat them at the end of the year, and then you bought them back, and I'm like, okay, I guess.
Like I honestly feel like
bought...
Chrysler and Skelton are the only two where it's like, okay, good, that's a good decision.
Yeah.
Because
I
feel like
Skelton was on the outs at the end of the season because he didn't play. So it's like...
No, but that's the weird. Like, but I'm still saying like he's still a good center back to have. Like, why he wasn't playing, I don't know. That didn't make sense.
Yeah. Calextro, I feel like he had some moments last year, but
there's just a lot of guys that had moments, but no one that was like.
They brought back a large part of that midfield and defense. Like they only brought back 3 attackers, so they must be revamping this attack in the offseason. That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, that's fair.
Sense.
Yeah, it's fair. You were close. You were close to the playoffs, so. And your defense is the one that got you there, especially with Skelton leading that back line. So I get it, but I also kind of don't. But I can't really say like C's get degrees. So
yeah,
maybe they figure it out with that same defense and add 2 more goals and they're in the playoffs.
Like, yeah, because I mean they missed the playoffs by 5 points.
Yeah.
They had 11 draws, which was tied for most in the league.
There you go. 2 more goals. And
literally, there you go.
So, I mean, they ended the season terribly. Like, I think they lost, like, their last, like, they didn't win any of their last, like, 6 or 7 games. Like, they hit, like, the last one was August 18th, and then they didn't, September 1st.
Yeah, and I think
they didn't win a game.
Yeah, they were just tied for second in lowest scoring team. So, you only brought back 3 guys.
Well, it makes sense why you don't bring back most of your attackers if they weren't contributing to scoring. Right. So, I mean, this is a team that finished 8th. they probably will hover around there as right now, unless they add some quality attacking talent, which maybe they will. Yeah,
right.
C's good degrees.
There you go. So now we move on to Chattanooga Red Knox, who announced their head coach Scott McKenzie.
Did you say Chattanooga Red Knox?
Yeah, Chattanooga Red Wolves.
No,
You
that's
said
all you
Red
said.
Knox.
Oh, I did. Oh, oh God. Chattanooga Red Wolves, who saw their bigger brother move on to MLS Next Pro, which we're not going to talk about on here because if you say anything bad about Chattanooga, somehow both teams are mad at you, which is weird.
Yeah.
So this is who they have returning. Also, Scott McKenzie, the head coach, they named him the permanent head coach on October 5th. So he got the permanent job after coming up from Park City?
Basically, their League 2 team.
Yeah.
So Omar Gomez, Manlungo, Marsh, Mensa, Penza, and Renteria?
Renteria?
Yeah. I vaguely remember him. But, I mean, Chattanooga brought back in the team that worked. The attack.
I mean, they brought back an attack that worked. They said defense don't matter.
I was gonna say.
It was like, we can throw this in the trash.
They also get a C because they were good at attacking last year, and no one can question Chattanooga could score goals.
Right.
I give them an A because you kept Mensa.
I'm not going that.
That's
high.
a little
No, I'm
far.
saying like for Chattanooga, that's big. Like you were able to
Yeah.
keep Mensa and Marsh. Like that's for
I would
them.
say C plus B minus.
I'd give them a B. That's fair.
I'll
mean,
go B plus.
They're gonna
Like,
score. They just have to score more because they have no defense. They've never had really. Well, I'm not
if
gonna.
they had brought back Aviles, I would boost it up because he's a solid League 1 keeper.
What do you need a keeper for? Score.
Well, the thing, look, I understand the Milwaukee Bucks aspect of it of just outscore the other team, but
Yeah.
it's not. Aviles was not the reason why Chattanooga's defense was so bad. Like the defense sucked. Aviles was fine. He was not doing himself any that defense was not doing him any favors. It would have been good if they could bring him back.
Shoot or shoot. Just go score.
But just
And look,
Fuego,
and that's why I'm
maybe
giving them
don't
an
bring back
80
the shit.
because you brought back two guys that scored 12 goals.
You know what? I'm on Team Yogi right now.
You brought back two guys that scored 12 goals. Like fuck everything else.
Just go do that again.
Yeah.
C plus B
figure it out.
minus. Just like the Fuego, is it really a bad thing if you don't bring back most of the squad that was hovering around the bottom of the table?
No, but they did bring back a lot of goals. Fuck it.
Yeah. So some key players that are missing. Cordana, Espinoza, Riley Kraft, Aaron Lombardi, Alex Tahira. You finally, that's a big one missing. Not Mikael Williams because he's dog shit.
It's the fact that he's talking shit while no camera. I love it.
I'm sorry, Mikael Williams is a horrible defender, and I said it last year when they signed him. This team's going to be utter dog shit because he sucks. Sorry, dude sucks.
Damn.
Outbound transactions. Only noticeable one is Jonathan Felipe. His loan expired. He went back to Harvard Athletic. So that's about it. I'm not gonna lie. Out of this list, maybe Lombardi is probably a good League One pickup. Maybe Mo Espinoza. And Kyle, you were talking about Aviles, the goalkeeper. Outside of this, I don't really see anyone else on this list that really pops off to me. Oh, your boy Marios Lomas.
I forgot
he was there, to be honest.
I forgot he was still playing.
Yeah,
I forgot he came back.
I did too.
I thought he was at Greenville. So that's how long it's been.
Yo, this league literally has someone that everyone in the league hates.
I don't think the league hates him. I think he hates himself and keeps coming back.
No, I'm just saying like Marios Lomas, Mikael Williams, Riley Kraft. Like this might be the USL all-time hate league. This might be the hate team in the league. I see why.
Congratulations, Mario Salomas and being Spokane's number 9 on opening day.
Right.
You know what? That's where he's going. We're going to build the Spokane team with USL League One free agents.
It's going to be Lomas, Jake Keegan, Don Smart.
That is probably the rudest thing that's ever been said on this podcast. And
So
Yogi said slavery 3 times in one podcast.
Yo, this team is not going to move at all. You got Don Smart at center back, Jake Keegan and Marius Lomas. That team will be immobile as hell.
Hoop the ball and try 40-yard attempts because we're not working it into the box.
No midfield, just vibes.
Nope, they're all going to add Sierkowski because he's got to play at every USL League One team. So,
oh no, that's Spokane's never going to speak to us again.
Yo,
now that is a team that will be tweeting at us a lot. If they do well, they're going to absolutely kick the living shit out of us.
If they do well with Keegan on the field for half the games, I will buy a Spokane jersey.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. If they sign Don Smart as a center back, I'm going to die laughing.
If they start one of Lomas or Sierkowski at striker next year, I will buy Spokane fan a shirt.
That is going to be hilarious. That is going to be hilarious. Moving on to Richmond. Darren Watson was the head coach since 2019. They had a fair amount of guys come back on multi-years. Nathan Ani, Dakota Barnathan, Chris Cole, Simon Fitch, Akira Fitzgerald, Becca Howe, Landon Johnson, Zaka Moran, Emiliano Terzaghi, Neil Vinyals. Only 2 players they technically signed back. That is João Gamero and Jasuko. Players that we don't know anything about yet. Some notable ones: Matt Bentley, Gabe Cox, Michael Hornsby, Chandler Dwyer, Willem Palmquist, Ryan Sierkowski, and Ethan Vandercourt Decker. And the only outbound transaction is Eli Mumford as of right now. So, guys, how would we rate Richmond window so far?
Not bad. I mean, it's still old, but you've got some spark in there a little bit.
I'm going back and forth because on the one hand, I've said with Fuego and Chattanooga, if you don't bring back most of the team that did poorly, is that a bad thing? And then there's Richmond, who did poorly for a whole half of the season. It's like, was bringing them back the right call? I think.
Yeah, but how many guys were already on multi-years from last year?
So right. Like, I guess out of the 2 that they technically brought back, like in Gamero and Suko, I'd say that's good. I'd give that a B-.
I'm excited for
those 2.
For Landon Johnson. That's a really good one. I'm like,
yeah. So like, technically, if you look at the new signings, you got Beckett Howe, Landon Johnson, Gamero, Suko. If you look at the new signings,
then that's not bad.
I give a B-.
Yeah.
B-, B.
Yeah, I would go.
Y'all breaking labor laws with that 17-year-old, but
100%, 100%.
He still has calculus. Y'all doing?
He still got to. Yo, it was so funny to me that Beckett Howe was like, "Hey, I still got to go to prom. I feel like a game in May," and I was like, "Wait, what?" Well, that was a funny thing too. Yeah. So yeah, we were 100% breaking labor laws here in Richmond because we don't got money to buy new ones. So you gonna work these kids to death.
That's crazy. I mean, as long as Terzaghi is just like your locker room guy and like stops getting every game, it could be it's a good day one. But like you have a lot of older guys on this squad.
I don't truly mind. I don't mind Terzaghi being the starter. What I want to see is like what Dan Krill said on X is like, we need a serious second option because we thought Matt Bentley was going to be that, and he had the down year last year. And we saw how this team was when he's having a down year and there's no vocal point in this attack. I think the key thing is that I like to see is that there's no winger outside of Landon Johnson signed. So that's,
to be fair, everyone had a down year, so you
Yeah.
can't just put that on him.
oh
But-
no, oh yeah, 100%. But I'm saying like if you have a second person that can score goals, it helps a lot.
Also,
But we
yeah,
were
this
in
isn't me
games
just
where we
picking on Terzaghi. That's the most notable name on your squad who keeps coming back. So he's lacking something that you guys are doing.
Oh, he has a kid here. He ain't moving.
I was
Oh,
gonna say
Yeah,
money and
okay.
family, like it free.
yeah.
He ain't moving. Dude, look, when you come to Richmond, you leaving with either two things: a house or a girl. Yeah, you getting locked down one way or another, son. We make families over here.
Okay, you're not gonna pull a family.
Anyway,
I'm just saying.
You're not gonna pull the family card.
It was like, oh, do you have a
Olive Garden
girlfriend?
ass team. What the fuck?
Like, are you married? Yes. All right, here's a 2-year contract. Going to sign that there for me, buddy. That's how that works. For y'all, all right. So a couple of players that are missing that, not saying I want them back. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just interested to see where they go. Matt Bentley, Michael Hornsby, and I need Will Palquist back in Richmond. Like, I will give him my salary if it takes getting this man back in Richmond.
I was gonna say you need a keeper.
Yes, badly.
How's your academy looking? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there's a 13-year-old in there somewhere.
You say 13?
Yes,
Did
you got
you
a kid there somewhere.
That kid can't even legally work in the United States.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is illegal. That's not even illegal. That's just illegal.
I mean, we lie about his age. This ain't the worst thing you ever
You
heard
just
about.
making birth certificates on Canva? What are we doing?
Yes, possibly. Look, there was a game where we started 4 18-year-olds. We were like, all right, this is fun.
I can tell you it's not.
It's not.
I've done
I was
it.
gonna
It's
say it.
not.
That resulted in 2 wooden spoons. It's not fun.
It's not.
It's not fun. Doing post-game shows after that were quite horrible.
It's like, hey, you were dog shit and we lost 4-0. He's like, well, I also had homework at halftime.
It doesn't matter. No, I'm joking.
It's like you've never trained with this team. I literally just got out of math class. Like, what do you mean?
My tutor was on the bus with me. Like
My chem lab went long because I didn't know how to use the Bunsen burner. All right.
We're the oldest team in the league, but we can't drive to the games.
You got permits. Can't drive after dark.
Oh man,
The bus didn't show up at my stop. All right.
there you go.
Oh my god.
All right. Next we got Spokane Velocity. They haven't announced any signings yet outside of their head coach Lee Vidman. But we've already started building a roster for them, so they will be about as old as Richmond with the geriatric squad.
They will be older, in fact.
Actually, well, how old is Lomas? Lomas has to be like 40 at this point, right?
He's 30 something.
Oh, he's got to be. I don't know. Keegan's young. How are you young and old in the knees? I don't get it.
No, he's not. Lomas is 28.
You're
Get out
fucking
here.
lying.
I'm not.
There's
lying.
no way. There's absolutely no way that man is 28.
He's 28.
There's no way I'm older than Lo. There's no way I'm older than this man.
He's 28.
There's no. I've scored the same amount of goals for my
He's
squad
28.
as Lomas has. What are we doing?
This is true.
All right.
All
That
right.
man looks like he's 35. All right. So Lomas will bring the age down, but you still have a Don Smarty Jake Keegan raising it up. So
Bring it down in technicalities. In production,
Right.
he is
and
48.
style of play.
65. Style of play brings it to 65.
That is insane. All right. So for Tormenta, incoming players, we got Akito, Tevin Delamende.
Dalmeda.
Almeida. He came from Fort Wayne FC, which is the first. I want to say the first signing in the league so far.
Yes.
We also got Pedro Fonseca, Jackson Corey, Preston Quellman, and Cohen Macianis. We'll say that.
I need every team to put a pronunciation sheet on their website
Yep.
for 2024. Because what are these
Or a
names?
video of the players saying how to pronounce their name.
That part.
God, I'm struggling. Unknown players are all academy players, so we don't know about their status yet. But the list that probably got everyone talking on Twitter, y'all ain't coming back here. Kiefer Najai, McQuell Kale, TJ Bush, Pablo Hara, Kristen Hackenberg, Jake Dangler, Keziah Sterling, Tobias Otieno. Ooh, Mercedes Cassini probably was like, oh, I'm on that list. Yeah, I'm burning everything down before I do it. Yeah, guys, this was.
They probably did worse than Charlotte.
I think they did worse than
This is an F.
This is an F.
This is an F.
Absolute.
Charlotte got an F for just not knowing anything. Like, we don't know. Maybe they'll bring some of those guys back that we're not sure of. Toronto's just like, yeah, everyone that was good, gone. Except Jackson Corey.
They are burned. Well, I'm not gonna say burn the bridge, but they are starting new.
What you don't have to do, you have a great academy. Like, you could have kept some of these
But that's
guys.
the thing. They think that's why they're probably like, okay, we got a bunch of dudes in the academy that can come in and play. That's probably what they're thinking.
Which is so dumb because you're the model. You're the model that everyone wants to follow. When League One comes into the room, they go look at Tormenta because Tormenta built the women's league. They built League One. Like, they have their League Two. They have a great academy. What are you doing? You literally, this was your bread and butter and you blew it all the way up. Ain't no way.
It's an F. This is the greatest an F.
It's lower than an F. This is
You
like
got
a
no
Z.
keepers. You got no defenders. You got one midfielder. You got no attackers that are reliable. F.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, I can understand not bringing back Pablo because Pablo was past it. He was done. TJ Bush, you could have possibly brought back, but like they burnt the herb. Arthur Boswa is another one that's gone as well. I mean, to Richard just got straight to
McQuell.
They went scorched. They were like, "Oh, we didn't make the playoffs for one season."
Look, unless those players went to them and said, and like, I can see Keziah Sterling be like, either I can get a job in England or I'm going championship. Okay, that one, sure. Like Akale, probably the same thing. Like, I can go MLS 2, I can go championship. All right. Everyone else, though, that's like all those other guys. I wouldn't be surprised they ended up in a different League One team.
Yeah. There's some talent there. There is some talent there. And I think this is the last team. Yep. Union Omaha.
I was gonna say Omaha.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the last thing. Union Omaha. Yeah. The team that talks the most amount of trash on Twitter. But we love them all the same for it. Let's see. They brought back Ainskov, Pedro, Dos Santos, Gallardo, Holt, Kunga, Mascherano, Nuhu. Him and Holt signed multi-year deals to 2025. And Melinse. Players that we don't know about: Connor Broll, Brito, Luis Gill, Noah Mensah, Alex I can never say his last name right.
Swahi.
Yeah, there we go. Pronunciation guide will be helpful. Thank you. Sebastian Sanchez went back to Louisville City. JP Scarce is out, and Chavy Willis as well. So, guys, how we feel about Union Omaha?
This was also another pretty good one. I'm not mad at it. Keeping Nuhu and Gallardo, solid. I
Yeah.
mean,
B.
I don't think Nuhu was going
Keeping
anywhere. I
Nuhu's
think-
good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dos Santos, that's good.
yeah.
Mastranato and Milanese are good defense. Like, I give it a B.
Yeah, it's a balance. It's a well balanced thing. I will say that I think they're probably you're going to see a different version of this attack in probably midfield because Connor Dole and JP are out. So with those two gone, I think you're going to see a totally different midfield. Which is
Yeah,
gonna be
Also,
interesting.
to be fair, if Nuhu was gonna leave, it should have been 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think he.
or even last year.
Yeah, but I think he's missed that window. So him staying is a good thing for purely him, and not like overly hype on Omaha, I should say. But it's still a good piece to keep. It's not a bad squad that they brought back. So
Yeah, like definitely. I think the biggest question is that midfield and the leadership gap that's leaving because you're losing your captain in Skiers. You're losing Joe Burrito, who's helpful in midfield. You lose Connor. Like, you're losing a lot. It's kind of like your midfield. The whole midfield's more or less gone.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they still have like Dolabella and Akoff, but
it's still there's a gap missing. Yeah, you know that
There's-
gap is missing.
yeah, like that gap with Skiers and Connor Doyle and Burrito, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. It is. So guys, that's League One Day One wrapped up. That's all the signings we went through. That's a lot of mispronouncings in there because we don't have a league guy yet. And yeah, Jesus what. Overall, y'all, what y'all think? How does it make you feel about the league so far? I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I'm excited. Like, I'm ready to get back to it.
I mean, I'm a fan free agent.
I will be intrigued to see what team switch, like what League One players go where. So like,
Who's a trader?
Where does someone, if you want to call it that, like fine, but like, where does JP Skiers go? Like, is he gonna stay in League One? And if he does, like, where's he going? Like Cerritos, what's gonna like? It's definitely gonna be interesting. Like, if there's gonna be teams that went from one League One team to another, I'm waiting to see which Madison Richmond player goes to the other side because that happens every year. So
Oh yeah.
I'm just waiting to see which one it's going to be.
Whoever it is, they just gotta wait till like that first game. That should be fun. But either way, I'm just here to stir the pot because I'm a friend free agent, and that's all I'm here for.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting.
no, I'm excited. I feel like now we're going to start getting like it's going to now's the time between now and like beginning of February is going to be okay. We're going to see like a new signing announcement almost every day, which will be fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
once we get a schedule, that'll probably
Yeah, that's
really
what we
make me
really need.
excited.
That's happening. That's not coming until like after New Year's. I've already just resigned myself to that.
I mean,
Unless you're even in Omaha, then you know your schedule.
no.
this is true.
We know it's done.
At least I know. At least I know the 3 times Madison plays Omaha. I know that.
There we go.
There we go. All right, y'all. Well, as always, y'all, it's been a pleasure doing the show with y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I miss podcasting. It's been a month or so since we've been back. Because oddly enough, MLS is still going on, which is still
Yeah, man. Fucking stupid ass league.
I'm
and
pretty
stupid ass
sure
playoffs.
stuff going on in Gaza has had a shorter time frame than the MLS playoff. Like, good lord.
Yes, it honestly, the playoffs
I'm not even
have
joking
been,
about that. It might be.
the playoffs have been going on so long. I forgot about it over Thanksgiving. Like, because they did that 3-game play-in. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Why would you do a 3-game play-in and then go into single elimination? Why would you not start? Like,
The dumb thing is, why was it not just based off of aggregate? Like you could have won the first game 4-0, and it didn't matter if you lost the next 2 1-0. That's the stupidest fucking thing.
Yes. That part. I was so pissed. I was like, what?
It doesn't make sense.
It didn't. So I'm excited to get back to our league because it's going to be fun. We're planning some big stuff this year, y'all. I promise y'all, we're building some really, really big stuff, and it's going to be super fun, and we can't wait to bring you all the news and action. But for Kyle, for Eb, for Brandon, for Chip, and myself, we will holler at you guys next time. Probably next time we speak is when the schedule drops, and we can all start making our planned trips.
Yep.
So, with that being said, we will holler at you guys next time. Be safe, be easy, and tweet at us because we don't have shit else to talk about.